Okay, we are live. This is usually there's an intro and stuff, but this isn't a typical episode of It's CDOC again. So, but tonight I am joined here with, of course, Phill Most Chill, Jordan in the 80s, playing against plumbers, and the homie DJ MROK, live and direct, the man with the beats and the cuts. And first off, I want to say MROK, I don't know if everybody knows this, but for a minute there, MROK gave up DJing, but he's back. Thankfully.
Yeah. I went through some stuff a couple years ago, and I wasn't quite my creative self, but I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
So let's go.
All right. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Thank goodness. But we are here tonight to run through this new album or pair of albums, depending on how you get it. I guess on digital it's a pair of albums. On CD and on vinyl it is the vocal versions are combined together. And let's start before we get into the music. Let's talk about the genesis of this record and how it started. I kind of have an idea, but let's hear it from you guys first and foremost. How did the project begin?
Okay, MROK, if you can go before me, because my memory is so terrible as far as how it actually started. I'm not 100% sure, so you probably know better than me.
We're gonna be in trouble tonight, man. No, I'm just kidding. That's cool, man. Yeah. So after Tower of Babylon, I really wanted to work with Phill. I had wanted to work with Phill before Tower of Babylon, and so I contacted him, and I was blessed. He said yes, and then he told me, he's like, MROK, like, just so you know, I like to take my time. I'm like, that's fine. No worries. That's all good. And we're here, like, I think 2.5 years later, if I'm not mistaken, but
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But the reason I bring that up, that isn't a knock on Phill by any means. It's like, it's the reason why the album sounds like it does. It's the reason why the album is in 2 volumes. Basically, like, Phill and I would come together and work, and then we would go our separate ways and go do our thing. And then we'd come back together and work again. Unfortunately, we're not just down the street where we could hop in the studio. But during that time, for me, it was like a palate cleanser. Like, I would, like, kind of forget about the beats, kind of forget about the direction. I'd listen to it and I'd be like, oh man, like, that could use something, or this is kind of whack. Like, I need to step it up or whatever. If we had just banged it out, like, straightforward, it would not sound like it does today. So that's kind of the genesis, how I remember it.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And by the way, you can blame me for it taking so long. It's all right, because I'm notorious for doing that. I'll get into it, and then I'll go into some other lane and do something else, and I'll come back. But I always try to do it like when the feeling is really hitting me.
Yeah.
What I mean? And I agree. I believe that is going to make for a better finished thing that we do. You know what I mean? If you take your time, do it when you're feeling it, instead of just trying to rush it and get it done for some deadline that probably isn't really even that important. You know what I mean? So yeah. But it was a great process. Like I said, I know I can be a pain to work with, because I am like, I'm going to tell you how I really feel about things, and everybody who works with me knows. But no, you were great to work with. Any issues I had, you step right to the plate, and every time you let me hear the next version of the song is like incredible. So what we have right now, I think, is really great, and I hope people like it even half as much as we do. And it's just a great thing, man.
Oh man, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, you were a dream to work with. Like, I found it actually very refreshing that, like, you were so honest with me about, like, certain things, and I'm so glad you were. What's cool about working with Phill, any of you producers out there, if you want to work with Phill, this is what you can expect. He will tell you like it is, but he does it in a very constructive way. So it's not like, oh, that sucks, or you suck, or it's not like that. It's like, hey, I'm kind of not feeling this. Maybe we could do a little of this, or maybe you could take some of that out, or maybe we could try a different tempo. And it's all very constructive. And so Phill helped guide me, like, with some of the sound and everything. And, Phil's an incredible producer himself. So when he spoke, I really wanted to listen and hear what he had to say. So it worked out really well. And the last thing I'll say about, like, the genesis of the album, Phill and I early on, we were talking about like how we wanted to approach this, and we both agree we want to do something different. We want to do something different than the usual Phill Most Chill album or like a DJ MROK project. And like what I mean by that is like Phill is amazing on like 120 BPM beats for an entire album, you know, like rapid fire machine gun, start to finish. But there's a lot of that out there if you want to go listen to it. And so we're like, we should do something different sonically so that if people want to hear Phill in a different way, we could do that. And Phill also let me know, he's like, you know, MROK, I don't want to like hand draw the cover. Like I've done that a lot. I'd like to do something different. And Doc, you came with the cover, which is amazing. But the whole point of this album was to do something a little bit different. So you got volumes 1 and 2. Not everything is blazing fast. And we have the super dope cover. So thank you, man.
Yeah, sure. Phil's alarm must have went off again or something. So hopefully he'll be back in a minute. But that'll give me time to ask you this question, because you explained it to me when you pitched the project originally. But can we talk about the reason there is volume 1 and volume 2? Because you said you went through an interesting process. Oh, there he is. An interesting process there. So why are there 2 volumes? Why are there 2 different versions of this project?
Yeah, so I think it goes back to this being a 2.5-year process for the album. I had sent Phill like initial beats, and as I kind of mentioned at the top of the of you know what we're doing here, like I'd kind of gone through something and I wasn't feeling my most creative. So the beats I had flipped Phill were not my best work, and so you know Phill and I were kind of going back and forth with, what do you think of this beat? I don't know. What do you think of this? Like try this, try that. Phill was hooking me up with some beats as idea starters. I was super thankful for that. So it took a little bit to get our rhythm, but once we did, like side 1 came together. And then Phill had rapped over side 1 and sent me all of his vocals. And when I heard the tracks, I was like, man, it's, you know, it's obvious, but Phill went 120%. And I felt like my beats were at like 75%. So I'm like, I can't just let the man have these, like, I got to step up. So I completely flipped them. I completely remixed them. That's what you hear on volume 2. I had sent them to Phill. Phil's like, hey, these are dope, but I like the first ones too. So we're like, which ones do we go with? You know, like, we're like, you know what? They're so different from each other. Let's just put them both out. So I went and redid a lot of side 1. I, you know, added a lot of elements and stuff like that. And then Phill was crazy because he went back and re-recorded all of his vocals for volume 2. So the tempos were perfect. He changed the lyrics in some of the songs. So like, I kind of liken it to Shut 'Em Down by Public Enemy and the Shut 'Em Down remix by Pete Rock. Like it's the same song, but it's so different. So that's what we were trying to bring to the table here.
Yeah, word up. And like just to be clear, the first versions were great. there was nothing wrong with the first versions. The first ones were great. But I think I think M just got really inspired, and he came with something really crazy for the second side. It's like, wow. And that's why I said, yo, I have to do my vocals over again. So maybe I felt kind of the same way he felt, where like, yo, I got to step up to match your energy, what you're doing with these, you know what I mean? So I think I like I said, I love side 1, but side 2, I think both of us really came with it for side 2. So, you know, we'll see how everybody else feels about it. But the whole album I think is dope though, regardless.
Me too, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it is. And I can't honestly say that I prefer one side over the other, because they both have really fantastic moments. And you're right, even though there's a lot of the same songs on each side, they're not necessarily the same songs.
Yeah. They're definitely different. Definitely changed them up.
So that in it itself is something that hasn't really been done before, because I can't think of any time. We had talked about this before, that I couldn't think of an instance where a project was put out like this simultaneously.
It goes back to like our mission. You know, we want to do something different, you know, I hear a lot about people like, oh, you know, hip hop's evolved, but usually that's like in the same sentence as why they think it sounds so bad. I think evolution isn't just change. I think it's progress. I think it's when something actually gets better. Yeah. And I think that, you know, Phill and I, what I love about Phill on his Bandcamp page, correct me if I'm wrong, Phill, but I think your description in your bio is torchbearer of traditional hip hop.
There you go. Exactly. Yes.
I love that. That's how I feel like too as a producer and a DJ. But we can't always stay in that that bubble. You know, we gotta like kind of preserve our roots, but evolve and expand and try different things. And so I was really excited about this because we're like, let's do things that like are true to us and true to the sound, but are different for people. So there's like something new to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just feel that talking about that type of thing, hip hop always evolved. At some point, though, it wasn't evolution. It was just, this is something different. This ain't even hip hop no more. It's rap, but it ain't hip hop anymore. So what we're trying to do is keep that evolution that had been going through the 70s, 80s, and into the early part of the 90s, and keep that same evolution going. And like we said, just traditional hip hop, but keep evolving. We don't have to do the same exact things that were done in 1988, as great as 1988 was. Let's keep building it and keep moving and doing something different, but still within that original formula. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. So before we get into the songs here, we're about to, Phill, can you tell us where the title came from?
Well, that was the title of one of the songs. And that, you know, when that song comes up, we'll talk more about that, I guess. But I think we were just going over names. I think MROK, I think that was your idea to actually use "I'm" as the album title, right?
Yeah, you know, we had gone through some concepts. Once again, trying to do something different than a lot of Phil's projects. So I didn't even want my name as part of like the main title. I wanted this to be about Phill, and I want people to focus on Phill. I was honored to provide the canvas for Phill to, you know, do his thing on, but this was not like Phill Most Chill times, you know, DJ MROK. It was Phill Most Chill, I'm. So that's where that comes from.
Gotcha.
Give this man his flowers.
Appreciate it.
Long overdue, you know. So, all right, let's you know, we're not here to talk all night. Let's get into this. Let's get into the music, and this is it starts off with a bang. This is actually one of my favorite songs on the project. And there will also be a music video coming tomorrow for this. So here we go, Volume 1, and this is Beat Y'all.
Check it out, y'all. Listen. High velocity rap flowing, you know I'm going off. Anytime I'm rocking the show, you know that I'm showing off. You ain't quarterbacking my team if you throwing soft. Y'all suckers are dirt on my shoulder that I'm blowing off. Hold up, now please go away. Trash y'all, another way to say you're getting thrown away. Anybody stepping to me, don't do it with little feet. You only fooling yourself like wanting peace in the Middle East. Never gonna happen, any sucker beating me whenever I'm rapping, even if you seeing me napping. Word. I keeps one eye open, I know that's an eye opener when you see I'm doper than what you was hoping for. Rhyme so hard you bite it and get a broken jaw. Propensity for density when I rhyme, my road is raw. Rhyming hard as a diamond should be against the law. GIA clarity graded without a flaw. And you don't stop. To the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. I said the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. To the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. I've had my fair share of disrespect. I've had people talking to me like I won't break their neck. Okay, I had to let them know I'm not the one. Like Slick Wick walking up into that Def Jam office, busting his gun like, attention peasants. I came to shoot the gift, but some rappers should be rapping me presents when they are in my presence. Hunt them down like pheasants. I told them not to push me cause I'm getting close to the edge, and I hope they get the message. I drop lyrics with a which upon impact, shatter and scatter like an iron fragmentation bomb. Put a mic in my hand, I turn into Genghis Khan. Crowd is going wild, no need to ask if this thing is on. Bring it on. If you think this is karaoke or sing along, you are totally thinking wrong. I'm most chill like when the snow and the sleet fall, but I'm bringing that heat, y'all. To the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. To the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. I said the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. To the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. I treat rap like it's a fight club. You know you win for some pain, like when you seeing the doctor put on the white glove. I'm the kind of MC that maybe you might love or might hate, might make you irate. Well, you can hate me or love me, either way I'm like straight. But coming at me with the mic in your hand is what I can't allow. The beat is OMG, lyrics is wow. I've been up in there with the skill, you just hearing it now. Been done, been killing it, will, you just fearing it now. When you see me holding a microphone, wearing a scowl. How you liking me now when you hear the growl? But press a canary or on a pound, you smell like puppy child. You better pray, I don't say I can't stand your laser beam shooting out of my eyes like Homelander. I'm Brian Dawkins, you come at me out the cleat, y'all. Philly style, piece the lady B to the beat, y'all. And you don't stop. To the beat, y'all. And you don't stop. I said the beat, y'all. And you don't stop. To the beat, y'all. And you don't stop.
I had the loop on. Damn. Okay. I was just thinking that too. I'm like, gotta make sure I turn the loop off. Shout out to everybody in the house. AC, the program director, the Mad Doctor, Desiree, and of course, Donald D, the Syndicate Sniper.
Wow, Donald D, what's up?
Benjit One, Voodoo Scratch. What's up, everybody? Okay, you can hear it, Phil?
I can hear you now. I didn't hear music at all.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Is that we have that issue on occasion, but all right. Yeah, so there we go.
As long as everybody else heard it, that's cool.
Yes. Beat Y'all. How did that start?
All right. So for me, well, I mean, we can get into the whole thing as far as how, you know, with picking the beat and everything, but just for my thing is I wanted to make a jam that really kind of just told who I am and what I'm about. And it's about like hip hop to the beat, y'all. Old school, the original days of hip hop. You know, it's like for me, the best era for me was like 1978 into the summer of 1979 before the Sugar Hill Gang dropped. That was the best era in hip hop. That was when the music was the purest to me. So again, I try to embody that type of feel. Of course, up to date, not exactly like back then, but then it always comes back to that, to the beat, y'all. You don't stop. You know what I mean? Yep. So I thought that was a good way to start the album off, you know, just to hit them with that and let them know this is who I am. This is what I'm about.
Yeah, and mission accomplished, Phil. It's it's so dope. I could see a lot of B-boys liking this one for sure. But yeah, from a production standpoint, okay, so I don't know how to put this in the words. Phil, you might know. Doc, you might know. Anyone watching, you might know. But when I listen to Philly hip hop, I'm talking about the era with 3 Times Dope, Steady B, you know, that era. And I hear New York hip hop. They're both East Coast, but there's something different about Philly hip hop. And I can't put my finger on it.
Yes.
I don't know if it's like funkier. I don't know if it's because of the DJs that Philly had or whatever. I mean, New York's got great DJs too, but I wanted to create a beat that to me felt like Philly. And so there's a lot of influences in here. The main beat was inspired by a beat from Too Tough on his Lost Vinyl sessions called Old School Jackin'. It's not that beat. It's a different tempo, completely different structure, but it just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
The beatbox in there was like an homage to Ready Rock C from Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff. The wah guitar that's all dirty and grimy, that was kind of like my ode to Saturday Night by Schoolie. So all those elements like came together, and what's super cool is the music video feels very Philly as well, which will be dropping tomorrow. So it is excellent pick for a video.
That's crazy. I didn't know it was that deep. I didn't even know. But I know from hearing how the beat sounded originally, and then when you let me hear it back, when you did the work on it, I lost my mind. Like, oh my God, you know what I mean? So I didn't even know there was all that inspiration from you know, Philly hip hop. But I think you did what you're trying to do with it for sure.
Dope. Yep. Yes, sir.
I'm always interested in this part of the process is sequencing the songs into the album. Was this always an early contender for the jump off joint? Because I mean, it really feels like a jump off joint.
For me, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It was my favorite song throughout, pretty much. As much as I liked everything else we did, it's something about that one that just, again, it just embodied, you know, the kind of sound that I like. So, I always kind of looked at it, we need to set the album off with this one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, that was like our first like finished track. That kind of set the bar for the rest. And that was kind of hard to top. I'm like, man, we like beat y'all so much. What do we do now? You know, so but we figured it out.
For sure. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So what do you do next? You start tuning them out. That's what you do. So here's track number 2, tuning you out.
Hey yo, my cadence is amazing. I'm blazing them like a Cajun, Afrocentric Asian, raising my aim in the Super Saiyan. Y'all be thinking I be playing, y'all really need to be paying attention to what I'm mentioning, saying it in a way to get you percolating. From the lyrics that circulating from the brain, and I admit them, I spit them out like I lit them with a match, blow torch, burst, a flow, scorch earth. After that, you are last, there is no more first. In your future, I don't shoot you. It's better to recruit you to my army, so salute your commanding officer who you have to follow with obedience. I'll cook them seeds like I got all the right ingredients, meaning you about to see me win almost any competition. It's Hell's Kitchen whenever I'm spitting, so I think you do well to listen to the words of a master rhyme crafter. After you surrender, you know that you averted disaster. Yo, I don't know what you're fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. Hey yo, I don't know what you're fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. Hey yo, tune 'em out. I'm the dude you can't do without. Gotta keep it hard and you rarely seeing me smooth it out. Phill Most Chill may be the name, all the same I ain't cooling out. Smack you with a glove, so I guess we gon' have to duel it out. 10 paces turn, fire rounds designed to burn. Whosoever has yet to learn that I'm unconcerned about your feelings when I'm dealing out repercussions. Easily crushing my competition in MIC discussions. Incapable of failure when I come in assailing ya. Dapper like I'm damn fresh dipped in low regalia. Still got that chainsaw, but I might be impaling ya with a rhyme sharp as a dagger to make you stagger back like you having a heart attack. But nothing funny like percent for saying Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey. A lot of people do this for the money, I don't. They do anything to get the bag, believe me, I won't. I got scruples more important than pounds, dollars, or rubles. Only here to say a rhyme I designed to dilate your pupils, so you can see it vividly like you had an epiphany. Southpaw punchlines, yeah, I'm hitting differently. I don't know what you're fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. Hey yo, I don't know what you're fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la.
I don't hear you like your mic is broken. Everybody got punchlines, but if you taking shots at me, I know you must be joking. You may think I'm lyrically impotent, no I'm poking my listen. Did you hear me have a high intelligence quotient?
My mind is moving fast like the whole world is in slow motion. Taking in this much dopeness is like an addict overdosing. Wear you down over time like erosion, don't finish you quickly like an explosion. The second law of motion states that force is equal to the rate of change of momentum. I hit them with a rhyme and they go flying, that's how I get them. And anybody that's with them also will feel the reverberation and the total impact that my words are making. Breaking them down like a compound decomposition for opposition. Thinking they competition, man, stop and listen. Got a vision, I'm on a mission to take the top position. Stop your whizzing, take that last spot that you got the pissing. Yo, I don't know what you're fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. Hey yo, I don't know what you're fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. Yeah.
I think what took me by surprise the first time I heard this joint was when you got the vocal slow down or pitch down. That I was like, whoa, hey, that caught me off guard, but it's dope. It works.
Yeah, that blew my mind when I heard it too the first time. I was like, yo, okay, we doing some chopped and screwed type action with some Phill Most Chill work. All right, that's dope. I like that.
It's got to be the first time, right, Phil, on one of your records?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that like, whoa, all right. And then, well, I don't even want to say what the second one sounds like, but yeah, I didn't hear it on the second one. I was like, yo, you didn't do that? I want to hear that again. What happened? But no, that was a dope touch. Yeah, super, super dope.
Yeah, man. I was just, I don't know, when I listen to tracks, depending on who I'm producing, like I'll let the lyrics kind of tell me. It's almost like a guide of like where I need to change things up and what I need to do in those parts, and then like back out and let the artist continue like with the normal track. And you could see like I threw everything at this one is because, you know, Phill was like throwing a lot at this too lyrically, and I'm like, man, I want to keep up with that. So I don't know. I don't know if anyone has an Atari 2600, but there's some old ass Pac-Man sound effects in this. Just because.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. The Pac-Man death sound.
Right.
Pac-Man gets murked.
Yeah, well, he gets murked, right? Exactly.
I gotta listen to it again now. I didn't even notice that. Wow, I know there's a lot going on with it, but that particular thing, I gotta listen to it again now.
Shout out to Ultramag in the house. He said it reminds him of one of the MC Breeze songs. Das Combobulator laugh chorus.
Combobulator, boobulator.
Yeah.
Impossible to say, but yeah.
Yes.
Philly classic.
Philly classic. So.
What's up, Ultra Mag?
And Brother Ron in the house. What up?
Brother Ron, what's up, my man?
Yeah, where did the inspiration for this one come from, Phil?
Well, what happened was I was just coming up with rhymes, first of all, just kind of flowing with everything. Then we get to the hook, and I'm like, I don't know what to do for the hook, you know? And I don't know, for some reason, something went through my mind with the la-la-las. I like la-las. Like, I like old records, like Beach Boy type records where like, you know, that kind of stuff. And, you know, Minnie Riperton, la-la-la-la-la. I like la-las. So I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate la-las into the song. Then I thought, tuning you out. When you put your fingers in your ears and you don't want to hear what somebody's saying, then you start the la-la-la-las. I said, maybe we can do that. So we'll call it tuning you out. And I think that works for like some MC battle type stuff. You know, I don't want to hear what you got to say. I'm doing all the talking now. Shut up. I'm tuning you out. It's all about me right now. So I thought that kind of worked.
Yeah, no, it was dope. I didn't know. That's interesting that you approached it like that, because I kind of thought that was the mission statement first and then the rhymes, but it was actually the opposite of that.
I tell you, I wish I could do that more often, come up with the hook first or come up with the title of the song first. So I think I've heard Chuck D say before that he'll come up with titles for his songs before anything else. And I wish I could do that. I never really could do it. I just start rhyming. You know, I start writing something, and I got to figure out, what's the hook going to be? I have no idea. And then from there, I'll come up with something, and then I can mold the song around that. So that's kind of how that went down for this. Gotcha.
Okay. Now, you said earlier that it wasn't going to be all really fast tempo stuff, but there has to be some fast tempo stuff.
Oh,
gotta be some.
Gotta be.
So that brings us to Speed Equation.
Yeah. Check it out, yo. Pick the pace up as soon as I hear the track. I got my track shoes laced up. I'm winning the race, bust rhymes like an automatic machine gun. Rhymes the bullets my mind like a finger on a trigger when I pull it. Coming at you fast rap. That'll capture your imagination like a rat trap. Caught a rat, oh snap. Ain't no time to react. Like the 84 Bears coming for your quarterback. My speed and agility, only are two abilities. The thing that really makes me the greatest is my humility. Prepare yourself to feel the futility. Don't make me have to make you bow down, just do it willingly. Some of these rap dudes are just killing me. Not with the gun raps, but the pitiful dumb raps. Rappers think they going in over drum tracks, but they really ain't no deeper than thumbtacks. Let me tell you something. Distance over time equation for the rhyme. Let me tell you something. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Distance over time equation for the rhyme. Let me tell you something. Let's go. Ludicrously speedy, not part of a greedy plot to ruin rap. I'm hip-hop like graffiti rock. B-boy noise, I make that ever since 8 tracks. I never listened to fake rap that the majority of people thought was officially legitimate, but it wasn't even a little bit. I try to be considerate and understand that some of these listeners are illiterate, so they can't get with it. When you use words they probably never heard, observe verbiage like I'm impervious, sounding like a nerdy kid. Do you know I'm just intelligent? Just so happens that my skin is melanin. Eloquent, still stomp like an elephant. Step into my jungle, now you out of your element. You can say it's not relevant, I don't even give a damn. I'm just doing this for the hell of it.
Let me tell you something.
Distance over time, equation for the rhyme.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Distance over time, equation for the rhyme.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah. Speeding tickets I've been given. A fast lane living, pedal to the metal the way the vehicle is driven. Rap with celerity, diction and clarity. Try to keep it clean every now and then. A vulgarity may come out when I run in my mouth on a subject which I know something about. On the mic you're like Justin Jefferson running routes. Mr. Sandman punchlines punching you out. Shanghai man's get rapping on the track beat so fast you can't adapt. You don't want to rap to it, but I'm fluid, absorb into it, intuitively do it and use it as theme music. When I come at them like a safety blitz, I'm the illest, but some of these rappers really do make me sick. You in the way like you setting a pick. Gas up the chainsaw, you already know I'm letting it rip.
Let me tell you something.
Distance over time, equation for the rhyme.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Distance over time, equation for the rhyme.
Let me tell you something.
Whew, I need a cigarette after that.
Yeah, gee.
Fast rap. It's not dead yet.
No. Thanks to you, man.
Well, I mean, so MROK, real quick, you mentioned earlier Tower of Babylon. I'm sure most people here know what Tower of Babylon is, but for those who aren't aware, you know, you did an album with Nordic One.
My man.
Called Tower of Babylon that Phill featured on 2 tracks.
Yes.
And it was
Great album.
Mostly fast rap.
Mostly, yes. I miss the fast rap. Like, I don't know if it's my personality. Like, I'm kind of hype, you know. I'm a type A, and I like the stuff to be cooking. Like, I like some slow stuff sometimes, but I miss that era, that b-boy era, and even up into like the late '80s. I remember like Big Daddy Kane spitting on like Raw, and you know, songs like that. Rakim on Juice, Know the Ledge, and like I like the fast stuff. So that was like an homage to that era. And we got to have one for Phill. So Speed Equation is that one for sure.
Yeah, and let me just speak on that for a minute because that's something that's missing in today's rap. You know what I mean? Hip hop is all tempos. Right now, all they're doing is super slow beats. Look, I like some of the super slow stuff. I remember back in the 80s, I loved Rick Rubin with Def Jam. He had a lot of real slow beats. I like that, but then I also like the fast ones too. You know what I mean? I mean, like you said, Kane set it off. The rap Kane, G-Rap. You know what I mean? Where they're rapping a mile a minute, man. You know, sometimes people like pigeonhole me in and make me the fast rap guy. I'm always rapping real fast. Nah, I don't want to only do that, but I always want to do that as well as all tempos. Hip hop is all tempos, slow, medium, and fast. So I'm never gonna not do some fast stuff. You know, we're gonna have a few on any project I do. We gotta have it. And MROK knocked it out the park with this beat. I mean, this is another one that when I first heard the beat, it was dope. But then after he did his work on it, it's like a whole nother level. It's like just crazy. So, you know, that's one that's going to compel me to want to really start flowing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I love that song.
Yeah. Dope. And that one comes back around, huh? That's one of the ones that has another version that we'll get to.
Yes, sir.
Yes. But first, this joint is crazy. We're going to name search, find the rapper name. Was it Find the Rapper Name game? This joint is crazy. Really got to listen to the lyrics on this one. Phill, I got to applaud you for this because I'm not sure how many times I've listened to the song yet, but I'm always picking up another one.
Me too.
Yeah, we're going to definitely have to talk about that after we play the song because there's a whole thing behind it. So, yeah.
Okay, so everybody listen closely to name search. Here we go.
All right, let's play a game. 1, 2, yo. Understand the method manifested whenever I bang lyrics at them. I'm attacking them like I'm a one-man gang, star or not a star. Subpar rappers, I'm verbally assaulting. Pepper spray the DJ, quick flip on them like somersaulting. Drop the mic and dance like Carlton, so you know I'm fresh. Prints from my fingers cleaned off that rapper's flesh. Yes, I'm special, edifying the words are wise, intelligent. With the rhyme, I'm eloquent, yet I shine like a Jedi mind. Tricks up for kids, listen, I'm not kidding. Play with your mama, bomber, their beetle, chemical spitting, lyrics emitting, intermittent fast, diet crash. Croutons about as dangerous as the rappers I smash. Yet the CNMC light years ahead of me. Keep the same energy when you see me in public. Enemy of those who fail to be legitimate. Now they ride the D, nice to see. Not many as nice as me.
Check it out. 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 Check it out.
Yo. Natural disasters occurred, this, that, and the third. Bass and treble at incredible levels. That's my word. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I'm the tsunami taking you out when the high sea level rises. Play it back like an 8-track. Healthy food on the plate rap. Make you state that this great MC ate that. 8-ball corner pocket. Hand me the cue. Tip of the iceberg you see right now are what I can do. Beat making DJ MC. The magic number is 3 stacks of rappers that are whacker. Deliver them unto me. Destroying them while I sip ice. T, play it cool. Herculean, MC, NWAR. I got the tools for the mission I fulfill. Most chill, severely cold. Crush formidable rappers. Punchlines like Oscar De La. Sole purpose to make all my words worth it. Work it like I own the company. Flow certainly perfect.
Check it out. 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 Check it out.
Yo. Critical thinker, critical of non-thinkers who refuse to be real, push lies that ain't true. Some of y'all are mad too. Short fuse, guess you in need of love. Think of how you influence and who you are the leaders of. The new school of thought is rappers are cool with being bought. Children emulate what they see. Low values being taught. In music, it's not confusing. We not losing, we lost. Boys needing to be raised by men at any cost. Many tossed away the future for life in the urban jungle. Brothers prey on brothers, father, mother, auntie, uncle. Murder like this life is common. Since we ain't got no problem with the volume or what's being blasted into our psyche, now's the time to let the level spike. Leonardo or the Mike D, bending real rap, nobody's like me. Greatest of all time, who knows, maybe I might be. G, knock out whoever wanna lyrically fight me. Standing up is imperative. Movement like BLM and imminent danger of changing the narrative. Know that we will win, woke like eyes dilated. People's in lockstep, be the champions when the season ends. Yeah, respect to all the names dropped in the rhyme. I got about 41, 42, something like that. How many you got?
Woo!
Yeah. From a writing standpoint, that might be the, and not to downplay any of the other joints, but that might be the most impressive writing on the record, because it's it's so layered, man. It's because it's not just, oh, I'm dropping names in here, like right. You're talking about shit on that entire song, which is crazy. Yeah.
So for this one, I just had a concept. I always liked word search puzzles, things like that. And I know people had done songs before where they dropped names, like, Jizza had labels where he's doing all the record company labels. And I think he did a couple more songs like that. And people have done songs where they put rappers' names into the songs. I wanted to do it a little bit differently. I wanted to do it so it's not so easy to see where all the names are at. Like some of them you probably can tell pretty easily. But I think I got some in there that are kind of hidden. And you really got to listen really closely to figure out, like I said, it's about, what did I say, 41, 42 different rapper, DJ names, and a couple other people that aren't actually even rappers or DJs, but,
Which I noticed one just listening to it right now, yeah. I caught another one, yeah.
Okay, so I don't, like I said, I don't know if people are even going to take enough time to really listen to something like that and play the game and try to figure out everything, but we'll see. I mean, I thought it was interesting to do something I don't think anybody had ever done quite to that level before. So,
Yeah, that's true. MROK, I'm not going to talk about it now, but remind me to tell you something about the beat on this, because it's funny that there was something. The first time I heard this, I was like, oh shit, okay. But there's a connection. There's a connection with this song, with what you did in this song, and the Enemy Radio project that we have coming out.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. We gotta
okay.
talk about that. Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later. So,
yeah, man. Yeah, this was like this whole album for me was kind of like a melting pot of all different genres that inspire me. So this was like a psychedelic, rock song basically with a hip hop beat back in it. And you can hear I'm also like introducing electronic elements. I'm playing a lot of synths and keyboards. I did it on the last couple songs too. But what was cool is like I've never been able to do that before, but I felt like Phill would be open to it. So, I brought some of that in there. To me, electronics like Mantronics, all that stuff, it's all part of hip hop too. So why not throw it in the gumbo? Let's go.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I love the psychedelic vibe of the music. Like I think if I remember correctly, at one time you kind of changed the beat a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, bring that sound. I don't know if that's like a sitar or some Middle Eastern sounding instrument that's playing. It might be like a psych rock record, but it's got that sound to it. I was like, no, that's it right there. So it's fantastic.
Cool. Well, you outdid yourself on that one, man. That's incredible. I think we have the first like hip hop song with gamification on it. Like you can play along at home. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy.
And that's kind of what I was thinking. Hey, let's actually make this a game. So it's more than just a song. It's actually something you can try to take apart and mess around with. So
Yeah.
Damn, I know it's too late, but I should have actually did it. You know what? For the 10th anniversary pressing of this album, we should actually have like a game thing, like fill in all the blanks and see if.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. See how many you can actually get.
Yeah, I just thought of that now. Damn it, we could have did that for the artwork. Oh well. All right, so there we go. That was track 4, track 5, or so they say, and this is a pretty heavy joint. So if I do say so myself. So we're going to get into this one.
Parental advisory.
Right.
Now, there's a lot of talk right now about what really goes on in the entertainment industry. I don't really know, but I've heard things for many years. So you know what? We're going to talk about it right now. Let's go. Yo, a lot of whispers and rumors seem like everybody talking about what goes on in show business. Conversation be sparking Illuminati parties. Something satanical starting music industry. Got more plants than the botanical gardens. Or so they say. I don't really know if it is or isn't so. But I know in show business, the business is a show. Some things you can see, but some things are clearly invisible. Try to make it make sense, but some of this shit ain't sensible. Many idiots in high places don't know what they doing. Got in their positions from positions they got into and screwing. So they say, I don't really know what goes on behind closed doors. Who behind who on all fours, banging their way to the apex. Handcuffs and wearing latex. Straight people having gay sex just to get that door to open up. The back door opened up. To them that's better than going back to being broke as fuck. What people will do for money sometimes don't sound divine. The games that people play ain't nothing sweet, G. I come to find that some industry people only fuck with you if they planning to fuck you. Not physically necessarily, but monetarily. So good luck to you if you still want to pursue a career in this, even after you hearing this. Some people are easily deceived by appearances. Wanna make it big? Okay, unzip my fly. Whoop, there it is. Or so they say. I don't really know. Or so they say. I don't really know. Or so they say. I don't really know. On that couch for casting, you were sitting still. He said, let's go to my penthouse apartment somewhere we can Netflix and chill. You said you feeling ill. He said, I'll go get a pill. Take it when you awake and feel like your JJ must have fit the bill. First heard about it, I said this couldn't be true. Didn't believe you till about 50 others said me too. Don't see it coming even when you sober. Some of the people that you trust could be the ones who try to bend you over. Or so they say. I don't really know. We repeat rumors we heard about from those who heard about it from word of mouth. So there's reason for doubt, at least a certain amount of skepticism with the whole industry mechanism. Who knows what to believe? Rappers was friends, next record they talking about unaliving each other. What's real and what's pretend? After the hype died down, they friends again, like damn, they tripping. Next time you see them, they probably be holding hands and skipping. Or so they say, I don't really know, I don't really know. Or so they say, I don't really know, I don't really know. Or so they say, I don't really know, I don't really know. Or so they say, I don't really know. Yo, I've only ever been on the outskirts, so some of what I say is hearsay. But they pass the mic to me and say hearsay, something that might could resonate with the public at this time and generate views like still it makes the news cycle. The latest person in the news, probably the news psycho, or just the stupidest shit now is going too viral and spiral, link out of control as though the truth is kinda sorta not important, no more in reporting. What the hell are people sorting when I'm recording? Treated like Game 6, Salt Lake City, put on my Jordans, cooking old boy with the moves, Bobby scream fake news, but you're my dude, I'm confused, cause this news fake too. Or so they say, I don't really know what's the real and what's the fake shit. It all look the same, we in the matrix. So I'ma take it back to the basics, you can't replace this real rap energy, my G, face it. Or so they say, I don't really know, I don't really know. Or so they say, I don't really know, I don't really know. Or so they say, I don't really know, I don't really know. Or so they say, I don't really know.
That is a deep, dark song.
But you know what's interesting is the change from what you've got musically going on during the verses to what's musically going on during the hook, because they contrast each other, but it still works. I think it still totally works.
That's man. You know how like in Martin Scorsese movies there would be like a ultra violent scene, but then he puts like a nice doo-wop song over it, and you got that weird like contrast. So I brought all the strings into the verses because Phil's talking about some pretty dark stuff. So I'm like, but we're gonna make it pretty. Then you get in the chorus and it changes to like a rock thing, and it's like, I don't really know, and so like it kind of like comes unraveled and it becomes beautiful again in the verse. So that was my goal with the sonics on that one.
Yeah, it definitely has a cinematic feel to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing you make that correlation with Scorsese. You bring him up because it felt very cinematic, and I'm telling the story and everything. Mm-hmm. And but like my whole thing about this is like when I wrote it, a lot of stuff was going on in the media, like the whole Cat Williams interview where he's talking about what's really going on in Hollywood and in the entertainment business. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of these stories, I've heard them for many years, but it's like, what's true and what's not? I don't even know. And so you have that in entertainment, and, the Me Too movement, all that stuff, also just the bigger picture is just the whole thing of what do you believe, what's true and what's a lie. It's like we're living in a time when you don't really know, you know what I mean? Yeah. What's true and what's not. And, we go deeper into that, but, I don't want to bring everything down and get real dark here. But it's just, we're living in a time you don't know what's real and what's not. And I wanted to do a song that touched on that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. What MROK, was that one of the joints that you came back after Phill laid down his vocals and added more to it?
I think I did that with all the tracks. It was just like varying degrees, and I don't remember on that one. I think Phill, you inspired me because, as I mentioned like before, like Phill sent me a couple beats at the beginning that kind of helped me like get some ideas going, and that led into this song. And I don't think if he had sent me like some inspiration it would have sounded like this. So yeah, we really like, I don't know, man, it was like iron sharpens iron, it was really good. So
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely a process where, tried one thing at first and we tinkered with it as we were doing it. And like I said, you're like a mad genius, man. You keep coming up with new stuff and then you'll put another twist to it. And then all the changes is very like Bomb Squad-esque even with how the beats will change up and everything. It's like, wow, it's just it's amazing work, man. I kudos to you for this whole album, but this is one of those tracks too that it went through a progression. It sounded one way at first, and it kept building up to what we have now. And I think it's like a masterpiece.
Oh man, thank you. That's that's huge. Like I said, man, I was just trying to keep up with you. Like what Phill was complimenting me on with all the changes and the different layers. Phill does that lyrically, and I was like, man, this guy tells a million stories in one song. There's so many layers. You need to listen. You need to pay attention. Some songs are battle raps. Some songs are deep. We're gonna come up to like a very like I feel like a personal song on volume 2. And it's just great. So I'm like, I gotta compliment his lyricism with sounds that help that. So yeah,
appreciate it, man.
Cool shit. All right. This is track 6. This is this one. I don't want to say it. This one feels like closer to home, I guess.
SpitSLAM, absolutely.
Yeah, very SpitSLAM kind of joint. This is Enemy.
All right, yeah. All right, come on, yeah. Yeah. Lock your car doors, clutch your purses. It's the person you see as the worst, and I guess I'm the one that Karen's cursing. I'm the one who got that look like I know he did something. I'm the one they saying I didn't do nothing. I'm the enemy, menace to society. Rolling down the street, the police be keeping their eye on me. They could just kill a man and say he was to find me when I was trying to be as agreeable as I could be. 24/7 under scrutiny. It could be a black, a brown, or white hand shooting me. Some would be so happy not to see me no more. The crosshairs still on me like the VE logo. Yo. Something missing, it must have been him that did it. He'll deny it, won't admit it. We gonna get him convicted off the streets into the system. Most wanted is where we list them. Looking at me with that energy, yeah, like I'm the enemy. I am the enemy. Alright, yo. Let me try an insurrection, go run all up in the Capitol. My black ass getting hit with all kinds of bullets and shrapnel. You know the scales of justice, they rarely tip in my favor. My offenses may be minor, get sentenced like they were major. Like you're in a cell and cage ya. Profit to raise amazing graces, needed not to pull out a piece and unleash with lethal force for the force. If I do that, then I'm the villain. Never mind the centuries that we've been the victims of killing. Soon as we ride, we're labeled violent. But it seems like the issues aren't addressed when we stay silent. The people are treated like ants under the feet of giants. Therein lies the reason why we always seem defiant. Yeah, no justice, no peace again. Gun down in the street by the police again. Ain't no telling when it all will cease to end. You see me as your enemy when you can see a friend. Tell the truth and don't pretend. You know I am the enemy. I'm the enemy. I'm the enemy. I am the enemy. I'm the enemy. I'm the enemy. I'm the enemy.
To me, that's the most important song on this whole album. Like, you listen to those lyrics, like, this song, I hope if anyone listens to any song on this album, it's that one.
It's that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. Well, I tell you, this is one, definitely the beat was the catalyst for the song. As soon as I hear Blow Your Head by the JBs, I hear that sample. What's the first thing I think of? I think about the PE logo. I think about, E-Love and the crosshairs, you know what I mean, as drawn by Chuck. And Enemy, that's the first thing that came out. And this is one of the songs, one of the earlier songs we did too for this project. And around that time, there was a lot of stuff being said in the news with Karen incidents and stuff like that, where people were calling the cops on black dudes and everything. And I said, all right, well, this is still relevant today. You know what I mean? This type of thing is still relevant today. So let's talk about it a little bit. you know, and you know, we can't be afraid to talk about these things, you know, because it's real, it's happening, and we, you know, you're not going to get anywhere further with it unless you talk about it and be open about it. So yeah, let's do that. And musically also, the feeling of that track, it was like it felt really West Coast to me. It had that I just feel like a low rider, you know what I mean? It is going to be bumping that, you know what I mean? So I felt like we needed to do something that was really close to street level and dealt with reality. So yeah, that's definitely what came to mind for that.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, as I was making that track, I was listening to your lyrics, Phil, and like what popped in my head were the LA riots. And I was like getting all that scenery in my head as I was making the beat. And I'm like, I got to lean into the West Coast on this one. Like it just has to go there. So that's where I took it. So if it sounds West Coast, I guess I did my job, which is cool. But
that's what's up, man. I mean, shout out to the West, because you know I'm an East Coast dude, but I love the West, I love the South, I love everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm not regionally biased at all. You know, funky music is funky music, and yeah, I love West Coast music too.
MROK, I was listening to it the other day, and I caught something. One of the loops that is buried in there. I was like, oh. MROK's trying to win himself a Humpty Dance award. That's funny. Like, okay, all right.
I don't know what you mean, man. What are you talking about?
I know.
I don't even know what song that is.
Did you get up and do the Humpty Dance when you heard the beat?
I did. Yeah. It was my chance to do that. But no, that was the first thing I thought of. I thought of Body Hat Syndrome. I was like, oh, the Humpty Dance Awards. This could be another entry. Yes, excellent. Okay, yes. Now we get the so this will be the final track for Volume 1, you know, and the title track, if you will. So here we go with I'm.
MROK. Hey, I'm here to say my age ain't nothing but a number. Cool as a cucumber. I'm Jordan in the 80s playing against plumbers. I'm confident with it, can't feel the pressure I'm under. I'm the one who jacked Thor for his hammer, stole his thunder. I'm eternal like I was created by celestials. I'm stealing the show like Hendrix at the Woodstock Festival. I'm the type to get hype, hit a beat and go on a rhyming spree. I'm the best kept secret since Diamond D. I'm not your stepping stone, prefer to be left alone. I'm Leonard Washington, telling you to check your tone. I'm multi-dimensional, way beyond conventional. I'm the one who felt you so hard you knew it was intentional. I'm kinda blind to them, some MCs I don't see. I'm in my bag like a 40, BYOB. I'm here to say it, attention, pay it like the check's covered. I'm him, get your pronouns correct, my brother.
I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am. I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am.
The uno meaning I'm number one said in Spanish. I got flavor, your man's bland, like a lettuce sandwich. I'm one of a kind, I'm kind of a phenomenon. I'm doing the most like nerds who dress up for Comic-Con. I'm making you believe what I say. I'm super powerful, for real, this isn't cosplay. I'm the bomb, A, Astro, Rum, Bombay. I'm the Don, they know we'll destroy them like Pompeii. I'm more intelligent than the average, still I'm capable to do damage. Your boy a savage. I'm lyrically Bo Jackson before the injury. You may not know it now, but you gon' find out eventually. I'm got tier status on any mic that is in my vicinity. I'm writing bars hard as penitentiaries. I'm nice with the raps, hard to even beat the flow. I'm Phill Most, that's all you really need to know.
I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am. I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am.
I'm the opposite of formulaic. I put rhymes together piece by piece like a mosaic. No, I'm not archaic. I'm the future, get in my spaceship like it's a new, but take you past the moons of Jupiter's what my music will do to you. I'm a Petruvian man, mixture of art and science. I'm the glue that holds together the beat and the rhyme lines. I'm defiant if it was a person. I'm the type that they want to censor, even if I'm not cursing. I'm the last chance for hip-hop survival. On my arrival, they wrote a new book to add to the Bible. I'm confidently cocky, widowmaker like Kawasaki. Verbally unalive, I'm ASAP like Rocky. I'm that pure ethanol-free gasoline. I'm spanking chumps, Sports and Stormy Daniels with the magazine. I'm still a hero of the East, West, Easy P, Lock and P, nice. I'm hoping my brothers are at peace.
I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am. I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am.
Yes.
Your man's bland like a lettuce sandwich. I love it. It's so good, man.
Yeah, this was just a fun song to do, man. Where it's just like let me come up with as much stuff I can tell you that I am, you know what I mean, and try to make it as out there as possible. Yeah, just have fun with that one.
Drums are crazy.
Oh man, thank you. This one, I did a lot of like horns in this because I kind of wanted to announce like Phill is here, you know, like so it's like big and brassy and like, you know, just letting people know like Phil's in the house. So we gotta do it with some horns.
Yeah, I love that one sample. I actually name checked it in the song. I don't know if you caught that, but yeah, that one sample is a song I always loved. I won't name it now, but you know, yeah, you did some crazy work on that for sure.
Oh man. And I got to give props to Phill. He was the one that came up with the hook. He actually sent it to me and he scratched it and it sounded dope. And I was going to use it as is, or I was going to cut it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep it like just the sample and not scratch it just so there's some like space in there.
Yeah.
But that was all Phill. So once again, Phil's DJ and production roots were coming through in a pinch. So
I almost forgot I gave you that suggestion. That's all it was. It was just an idea that came to my mind. And you know, you took my little crude thing I did and took it to a whole nother level. So yeah, it worked out. I think it came out pretty good.
Yeah, it's a great idea, man. It's a great idea.
Okay, so that's the end of the first part of volume 1. And so now we start volume 2.
Let's get into it.
Hey, you know what? Before we play the first song, can we ask you a question?
Yeah.
The cover. Let's talk about the cover, man. What inspired you? Like what brought this to life?
Sheer desperation. So let me tell everybody here that Phill and MROK brought the project to me and I said, yes, of course I want to put it out. And they had a concept for the cover that it was just going to be Phil's face. And so I was like, okay, cool. Kind of like Most Def, you know, black on both sides sort of thing. That's what I was thinking. And so I told Phill, I said, just take some pictures, you know, iPhones are pretty good. We can make that work. And so he sent some photos and he gave me a preferred couple of shots. And so I put it together. And then I was kind of having trouble with like figuring out how I was going to do the title treatment on it. And for a minute, I was like, maybe I don't put a title on it at all. Maybe we just put the picture and that's going to be it. But then Phill eventually said, you know what? I don't know if I want my face that big on the cover. I was like, oh.
Yeah. See, I got a face that's made for radio. So I ain't like the look of it. I said, nah, nobody's going to buy this. Let's go with something different.
So then it became kind of a mad dash to like, oh, what are we going to do? Because that was kind of the plan going into it. And I wasn't really thinking about it. And so, as I often do, wait, if I can find it. Let me see. Where'd it go? Where'd I put it? Maybe I don't have a visual reference. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yes, as I often do, when I get in situations like this, I go to the goods and I pulled out the book of hip hop cover art and started flipping through it, looking for inspiration. And somewhere in there, I saw, Run DMC. And I thought, well, with what I have, which is basically Phil's face, it was actually, I think I saw the first Run DMC album cover. And then I was like, oh, wait, I could do, obviously that's not going to work, but I could do
King of Rock.
Yes. And so then it was like, and I said I could make that work because all I got to do is cut Phil's face off and put him down to real small. And then I was like, okay, what's the variation going to be for the second one? And then I was like, oh, I can just put two of them down there. That works. So I sent it to Phill, and your response was that it had more of a, my random idea had actually more significance than I originally thought, because Run DMC was a big influence for you.
Absolutely, and it was that, and also the fact that MROK's music had a lot of rock in it. It's very rock influenced and inspired. So I figured this is perfect. This is like genius right here. To use King of Rock. Oh yeah, no, that's beautiful. My only concern was that maybe other people had used it more, but I think Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince were the only ones, and they ended up going with a different cover when they signed to Jive. So it's like, nah, we can still use this.
Yeah,
and they're Philly boys anyway, so it's all connected. It's all connected, so it's all good.
Right. I remember having that conversation with you, and I went looking to see if I could find any other versions where people did it. And I don't think so. I couldn't. Nope. I don't remember.
I looked too. I there might have been somebody did little mixtapes that nobody really knew about, but it hadn't really been done before. So we good.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Yeah. You did a great job, C-Doc. Thanks for putting that together.
Well, thank you. My attention to detail. Then it was like, okay, you gotta have the black bar at the top, and then okay, I gotta get the font right, and then it's like,
nah, you got it. You definitely got it.
Yeah,
thank you.
You nailed it.
Drove myself crazy with it, but yes, I'm glad we got it to work. It's always better. Why I go through that, go through all the minutia to get it right, and then because that way I'm happy with it. So
I was gonna say, it doesn't make you feel better after going through all that. And it's really great.
Yeah.
Yes, it totally does. It totally does. And it looks really good. And I think it looks really good. And what's also cool about it, if you guys order the vinyl or if you get the CD, you get both covers. So on the vinyl, it's the front cover is volume 1. And if you flip it over, volume 2. Mm-hmm. And with the exception of the barcode, which was non-negotiable, all the other credits and copyright information are on the insert. They're on the inside. So it's kind of almost like you could flip it over and choose which cover you want. For the CD version, you can do that. All the credits and stuff are on the back on the tray card. So if you want to take your CD and have volume 1, you can do that. Or you can just flip it over and put it in, and volume 2's there. It depends on the day, how you're feeling. If you want to be a total geek and nerd about this shit like I do sometimes. So.
You have options.
Yeah, you have options.
Yes, you do.
Exactly. So yes, there you go. So let's get into volume 2 and the song "And That's Saying a Lot."
Yo, I heard that life's a be and then you die. It doesn't have to be, it could be you eating a piece of that pie in the sky. It could be you wiping that tear from out of your eye, cause without the tear you can see clear and better days will be near. Any thoughts of the future used to give me fear. I had no idea where I was going, what I was doing. On a trip that was taking me to my ruin. Hustling back ass words, didn't have the passwords to even get in. When other people got the cheat codes, no way I could win. I had to step back and reload and figure it out. New game plan, if you're trying to change your life, you can't be the same man. Doing the same things that got you nowhere, but that's just me. Live your own truth, find your own route. Most of us ain't coming out the telephone booth with that S on the chest. I'm feeling good just to tell you that I'm doing my best, and that's saying a lot. And that's saying a lot. Say what? Say what? I got peace of mind when the sun don't shine, and that's saying a lot. Yeah, my only competition is me. I don't feel the need to be what other people think I should be, and I don't care what these other people think about me. This is my journey, my struggle. Only I have the pieces to my puzzle. To put it all together right, I envision the picture of a better life. Could've said it nice, but I guess I came at you with my attitude rude. Sorry, I was in a bad mood. I apologize if I didn't tell you lies that would make you feel better. Instead I told you the truth and hurt your feelings like no lie that came when pulling a tooth. I'm socially inept, I don't mean to seem aloof. I know I'm not the easiest person, that's something I accept. There's things about me I probably need to correct, but if the time comes when you say I can't deal with you, look, I just want you to know I was real with you, and that's saying a lot. And that's saying a lot. Say what? Say what? I got peace of mind when the sun don't shine, and that's saying a lot. Sometimes all you could do is say fuck it. Some people got bucket lists, other people got a list of buckets. Mops and pails and hammers and nails so they can clean up and fix up the mess they make when they fail. The stars don't always align for us. Maybe the creator has another design for us. Maybe the maker has something else in mind for us. And maybe right now just ain't the right time for us. Yo, remember that dream that never came true? Remember people trying to tell you what you can't do? Well, let them say whatever they want, it ain't true. And I don't even know what they talking about, they ain't you. Move with the zeitgeist, but 2020 hindsight is easier than getting it the first time right. I don't forget when I was living on the worst side of life. It's not perfect even now, but everything is alright. And that's saying a lot. And that's saying a lot. Say what? Say what? I got peace of mind when the sun don't shine. And that's saying a lot. And that's saying a lot.
Another crazy jump off joint.
Phil got really introspective on that one. I had put together the beat, and once again I was in like b-boy zone, you know, and I thought he was gonna come with the battle rap kind of stuff, and then he came with that, and I was like, whoa, and like I just sat and listened to it over and over. I was like, this is grown up hip hop right here. This is some dope shit.
Yeah, I felt that the album needed something like that. Just you know, because we got a lot of b-boy stuff and battle raps and bragging and, you know, talking about this and that. I thought we needed at least one that was like that. And MROK, you probably don't even know the whole story behind this, but that was a song I originally had done for a different project with a producer. I won't say the producer's name or anything. He's a very talented dude, but for some reason we lost touch with each other. I don't even know. We did about 7 or 8 songs, and I don't know if he just didn't like the songs or what. But I just didn't hear from him after a while. So I said, you know what? No, as soon as I heard that beat, I mean, I fell in love with that beat immediately. And I can't remember if that was, I know it was during the remix process. Yeah. I don't know if you, I can't remember if you used that to remix another song or if you just let me hear like an instrumental. But whatever it was, I fell in love with it immediately. And I said, you know what? I think and that's saying a lot. I think that song will go good with that beat. And I put it to it, and I was like, yeah, this is something different. So I understand what you mean, though, when you say, this is like some b-boy type shit here. Yeah. But I said, nah, let's do something different with it. Let's do something different. And I think it worked. It's like you said, it's very introspective. It's like the most personal song, definitely one of the most personal songs really I've ever done to put out for public consumption anyway. So it has a lot of meaning to me, especially the second verse. So yeah, I hope people like it.
Yeah, man, yeah, I loved it. And I still go back and listen to it. There's just so many like life wisdom things in there, and it feels very personal. And like I think there's elements that we can all relate to, you know, and it's like you're like speaking for all of us, which is really cool. So
cool.
Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. I was gonna ask, because it's kind of like the wait, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But like Beat Y'all only appears in on volume 1, and this is the only song that appears on volume 2, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't think that was by design or anything, just kind of the way it happened, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I was wondering if there was thought behind that, or one of those happy accidents.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I don't think we really like thought about it as far as being that way, but that's just kind of how it happened. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Now on volume 1, the second song is Tuning You Out, and on volume 2, it's Tuning You Out. But this is the remix.
Remix. Phill Most MROK. Let's go. Hey yo, my cadence is amazing. I'm blazing them like a Cajun, Afrocentric Asian, raising my aim in the Super Saiyan. Y'all be thinking I be playing, y'all really need to be paying attention to what I'm mentioning, saying it in a way to get you percolating. From the lyrics to circulating, from the brain and I emit them, I spit them out like I lit them with a match, blow, torch, burst, or flow, scorch earth. After that, you will last, there is no more first. In your future, I don't shoot you. It's better to recruit you to my army, so salute you, commanding officer who you have to follow with obedience. I cook MCs like I got all the right ingredients, meaning you're about to see me win. Almost any competition is Hell's Kitchen whenever I'm spitting, so I think you do well to listen to the words of a master, rhyme crafter. After you surrender, you know that you averted disaster. Yo, I don't know what you fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. Hey yo, I don't know what you fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. Yo, tune them out. I'm the dude you can't do without. Gotta keep it hard and you rarely seeing me smooth it out. Phill Most Chill may be the name, all the same, I ain't cooling out. Smack you with the glove, so I guess we gon' have to duel it out. 10 paces turn, fire rhyme designed to burn. Whosoever has yet to learn that I'm unconcerned about your feelings when I'm dealing out repercussions. Easily crushing my competition in MIC discussions. Incapable of failure when I come in a sailor. Dapper like I'm damn fresh dipped in low regalia. Still got the chainsaw, but I might be impaling ya with a rhyme sharp as a dagger to make you stagger back like you having a heart attack. But nothing funny like percent for saying, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey. A lot of people do this for the money, I don't. They do anything to get the bag, believe me, I won't. I got scruples more important than pounds, dollars, or rubles. Only here to say around my designer, dilate your pupils so you can see it vividly like you had an epiphany. Southpaw punchlines, yeah, I'm hitting differently. I don't know what you fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. Hey yo, I don't know what you fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. I don't hear you like your mic is broken. Everybody got punchlines, but if you taking shots at me, I know you must be joking. You may think I'm lyrically impotent, no I'm potent. My listeners usually have a high intelligence quotient. My mind is moving fast like the whole world is in slow motion. Taking in this much notice is like an addict overdosing. Wear you down over time like erosion. Don't finish you quickly like an explosion. The second law of motion states that force is equal to the rate of change of momentum. I hit them with a rhyme and they go flying, that's how I get them. And anybody that's with them also will feel the reverberation and the total impact that my words are making. Breaking them down like a compound decomposition for opposition, thinking they competition. Man, stop and listen, got a vision, I'm on a mission to take the top position. Stop your whizzing, take the last spot that you got the pissing. Yo, I don't know what you fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. Hey yo, I don't know what you fooling about. When you talk, I don't hear you, I'm just tuning you out. I go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. Yeah.
Y'all can sample that part.
You left the drums open.
Yeah, I left them there for you. A little breadcrumb. So.
No, man, don't give me any ideas, bro.
Oh, Phill, man, I like the original tuning you out is dope, and then like you came with a fury on this one. Like I can hear a growl in your voice at certain points, and like you came hard with it, and just your cadence. It's like da 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 da. Oh man, I love this song.
Yeah, man, and I feel the same way about it actually, because again, it was something about those remixes and the new beats or something, or maybe I was more familiar with the verses and with the lyrics and everything. But yeah, I definitely feel like I came with it on that one. You know what I mean? I like the first one, but that one I really felt like I nailed it. I really brought it. So you know, but the beat is crazy too. Again, the original beat is dope. That beat though, man, is like, yeah, it you know, like a beat will compel you as an MC to really to really get into it. And yeah, so I give you a whole lot of the credit for that. If my performance was good on that, yeah, it's because of the beat.
Thanks, man.
I gotta give you guys credit to not have abandoned the other versions, you know, because I can see the temptation in that. Like, you're like, oh, we did this version. I think this is better. We don't need that other version or whatever. But you guys gave them their own space and place on the album.
Yeah, I think they're different. I really think they're different. I think they're different enough that it's both versions are worthwhile. You know what I mean? Just like you said, you know, when you remix the song, you know, it's going to be the same song, but it's still got a different feel to it, and that's what I feel we had with these for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was all Phill. Like I was ready to toss volume 1. The original, the early version of volume 1 before we did all the stuff to it, you know. I'm glad we did not. I'm really glad we did not. But Phill was like, no, man, we should keep them both. So I'm like, all right, cool, let's just do that. So yeah.
Okay.
That was the thing. Let me change some of the lyrics a little bit so they're not exactly the same. And then we can they're both versions are worthwhile. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm glad we kept them both for sure.
Yeah,
that's such a dope idea, man. You guys talk about doing something different. You really have. So, you know, down to that little detail there, you know, because I remember when MROK told me, yes, we have remixes, but they're not exactly remixes. You know, there's little things that are different. I was like, wow, that's bug, man. So I love that. I love that shit. Okay, now we're going to go to the new version of I'm the rap past, present, and future remix.
Yo, my age ain't nothing but a number. I'm cool as a cucumber. I'm Jordan in the 80s playing against plumbers. I'm the one to make you find something to roll up under. I'm the one who jacked Thor for his hammer, stole his thunder. I'm Morgan Freeman back when he was easy reader. Super duper cool, newer, old school. I'm a leader. I'm the type to get hype, hit a beat and go on a rhyming spree. I'm the best kept secret like Diamond D. I'm not your stepping stone, prefer to be left alone. I'm Leonard Washington, telling you to check your tone. I'm rocking the mic with my mellow on the drum machine. I battled the Beatles and I sunk the Yellow Submarine. I'm Breaking Bad like I'm Walter White, talking like I'll get charged for assault with a mic. I'm here to say it, attention, pay it like the check's covered. I'm him, get your pronouns correct, my brother. I'm rap past, present, and the future. Allow me to introduce you to a rapping dude that's truly super. I'm strongest Clark Kent, faster than Barry Allen. Super friend, I make the mic bend, extraordinary talent. I'm fashion plate out the gate, really stylish. I'm a bad guy like that song by Billie Eilish. What? I'm Dr. J in the ABA, rocking like I'm Doc Duncan, all on them in a crazy way. I'm more intelligent than the average, still incapable to do damage. Your boy a savage. I'm lyrically Bo Jackson before the injury. You may not know it now, but you gon' find out eventually. I'm God tier status on any mic that is in my vicinity. I'm writing bars hard as penitentiaries. I'm nice with the raps, hard to even beat the flow. I'm Phill Most, that's all you really need to know. The opposite of formulaic, I put rhymes together piece by piece like a mosaic. No, I'm not archaic. I'm the future, get in my spaceship like it's a new, but take you past the moons of Jupiter's what my music will do to you. I'm Vitruvian man, mixture of art and science. I'm the glue that holds together the beat and the rhyme of lines. I'm defiant if it was a person. I'm the type that they want to censor even if I'm not cursing. I'm the last chance for hip-hop survival. On my arrival, they wrote a new book to add to the Bible. I'm confidently cocky, widowmaker like Kawasaki, verbally unalive. I'm ASAP like Rocky. I'm that pure ethanol free gasoline. I'm spanking chumps worse than Stormy Daniels with the magazine. I'm still a hero of the East, West, Easy, P, Lock, and P, Nice. I'm hoping my brothers are at peace.
Man,
I think that's the hardest track on both volumes.
it might be.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That joint is hard.
Yeah.
So Phil, I got to do you one. You know how you were telling me that in that Saying a Lot was originally with another song for another producer,
Right.
So this beat, the basic beat, not all the stuff on top of it, Flatline from Hip Hop Gods Radio reached out to me and he's like, "Yo, Smooth the Hustler and Ice-T are looking for beats. Like they have this thing out,
right?
Like open call for beats." And he's like, "Please send something over." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I went down and I put that beat together, and they didn't want it, man. So you got it.
Thank you, Smooth the Hustler. Thank you, Ice-T. I appreciate y'all.
And I'm so glad it went that way because you sound fantastic on it. Like it was like I had my expectations here, and you took it like here. So I'm glad they shot it down, man. Sometimes the universe is good to us. So.
That's right. Exactly. No, man. Thanks a lot for that, man. No, that beat is super hard. That's another one that where, you know, if my performance came out good on it, a lot has to do with the beat because the beat just compels you to go at it. You know what I mean? And this was another one of the songs where for the remix, I said, all right, we're going to change some things up. On the original one, there were a couple of lines I didn't really like all that much that I did. So I said, let me insert something else in there. And I thought it came out pretty good on this one.
Yeah, man. I think my favorite lyric on this song and the whole like volume one is I battled the Beatles and I sunk the Yellow Submarine. That is just crazy. Oh man, who says that?
That's a different one.
I was like, damn, Phil. Jeez.
I know he's going after the Beatles, man. Like shit.
Yeah, I think the inspiration for that is like stuff like the old Temptation songs. I Can't Get Next to You. I don't know if you remember that one where he talks about I can turn the gray sky blue. I can do this. I can do that.
Yeah,
it's kind of inspired by that, and also by the Fearless Four. It's Magic, where they talk about all the things that they can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I went at it from that perspective. They definitely inspired me for this song.
Yeah,
that's dope. Okay. All right. So, Speed Equation 2, Distance Over Time. But it's actually called Distance Over Time, Speed Equation 2. But yeah, okay. Here we go. So, yeah, right, exactly. Here we go.
1, 2, yo. Pick the pace up. I laced up the shoes, put the pants on my waist up, and told MROK, turn the bass up. Told a very popular rapper that we can face up. He ain't had the courage to get into a skirmish. To the ladies, always I'm frank and earnest. In New York, I'm Frank. In LA, I'm Ernest. In Philly, I'm Phil, more fire than a furnace. I may be why you're discouraged, the reason why you're nervous. I admit I could be a jerk sometimes, but I got a special purpose. To rock you like Amadeus, famous for doing something heinous, like putting my foot in your AA. Wait a minute, I wasn't finished cause I replenish and generate another ill sentence. Phil is a menace. Most chill, but when I flip out, I pay penance. Shove your hard like Get Out, Elaine Bennis. This is overtime equation for the rhyme. This is overtime equation for the rhyme. Yo. Ludicrously speedy, not part of a greedy plot to ruin rap. I'm hip-hop like graffiti rock. Made the TV rock, believe me, house the glasses ain't cheap like CZ Top. Still rock gazelles, they the flyers. Original lead, DMC rock Goliath. Really at my lowest on my highest. I just try to stay centered like the Cyclops eyes. Even keel, what we seeing is it even real? Or is it a funny skit like Key and Peele? Ha ha ha, joke's on you, I poked on to the fourth wall, y'all, till I broke on through. Ooh, staying in the race, y'all goofballs better stop playing in my face. Before I bring the pain like meth, the rapper Kane, I set it off, you better off staying where it's safe. Oh yeah, this is overtime equation for the rhyme. This is overtime equation for the rhyme. 1, 2, yo. At the after party, somebody would have to sneak off. Missy got a freak on, Diddy got his freak off. In my era, parties with terror, you couldn't be soft. Made you run your chain to your leather, take your sneaks off. Try to vulture the culture, break your peak off. Affect you like menopause, can't turn the heat off. When I rhyme, you find that it's more than a flash. In a pan or a pot, or an order from DoorDash. Not fast food, dude, I'm a whole mood. Organic, healthy for you whole foods. Intellectually, not a vegetable. Try to be respectable. As a rapper, some don't expect you to be very intelligent. Especially if you are blessed with the melanin. Telling them lies in abundance, pundits better understand I ain't the one for the dumb shit. Yeah, yeah. This is overtime equation for the rhyme. Overtime equation for the rhyme.
The drums, bro.
So
I'm saying.
the story behind this, so I think I might have shared this before with you, Doc, but like when I was growing up, there was like the music I was listening to, and then there was the music that was on my dad's hi-fi, and he was heavy into 50s R&B and doo-wop and jump blues and like rockabilly and all that, like that rock and roll from the 50s and early 60s for the British invasion. I've always wanted to do a song with those elements in it, especially a 2-beat, like Mess Around or, you know, Roadrunner or, you know, I'm Walking kind of thing. And I'm like, if anyone could pull it off, it's Phill. He's probably, so I'm like, I'm sending this to him. Yeah.
No, I absolutely love that kind of stuff. And shout out to my guys, DJ Snafu and DJ Grasshopper, the Analog Mutants, because we've already actually done a project that uses a lot of those type of beats. So when you sent me that one, I'm like, yeah, that's right up my alley for sure. So that's why I said, you know, yeah, we can't just take the lyrics from the original Speed Equation for this. I used a couple of them, but I said, nah, I'm doing a whole new song to this, man. Because yeah, I love this. This is a whole nother lane, a whole nother field. So let's approach this another way. And yeah, I love what we did with it for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's you could have basically called it something else, and then that would have been fine.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something else to call it. I didn't know what else to call it. You know,
right?
I'm good with the lyrics. I'm not that good with the hooks and the song names. So,
well, it's a fitting sequel, if anything. So
yeah. I think so. So.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, one of my favorites, definitely on the whole project.
Yeah. It's crazy, and it fits in with the project, but it also doesn't sound like anything else that's on the record.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so time for name search. This sounds familiar. Huh? Let's play a game remix.
Let's play a game. Let's play a game. Yo. 1, 2. Yo. Understand the method manifested whenever I bang lyrics at them. I'm attacking them like I'm a one-man gang, star or not a star. Subpar rappers, I'm verbally assaulting. Pepper spray the DJ could flip on them like somersaulting. Drop the mic and dance like Carlton, so you know I'm fresh. Print for my fingers cleaned off that rapper's flesh. Yes, I'm special. Edifying the words of wise, intelligent. With the rhyme, I'm eloquent. Yet I shine like a Jedi mind. Tricks up for kids, listen, I'm not kidding. Play with your mama, bomber, their beetle, chemical spitting, lyrics emitting. Intermittent, fast, I crash. Croutons about as dangerous as the rappers I smash. Yet the CNMC light years ahead of me. Keep the same energy when you see me in public. Enemy of those who fail to be legitimate. Now they ride the D, nice to see. Not many as nice as me. Yo, natural disasters occurred, this, that, and the third. Bass and treble at incredible levels, that's my word. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I'm the tsunami taking you out when the high sea level rises. Play it back like an 8-track, healthy food on a plate wrap. Make you state that this great MC ate that. 8-ball, corner pocket, hand me the cue. Tip of the iceberg you see right now are what I can do. Beat maker DJ MC, the magic number is 3. Stacks of rappers that are whacker, deliver them unto me. Destroying them while I sip ice. T, play it cool, Herculean MC and WAR. I got the tools for the mission I fulfill. Most chill, severely cold, crush formidable rappers. Punchlines like Oscar De La. Sole purpose to make all my words worth it. Work it like I own the company. Flow certainly perfect. Yo. Critical thinker, critical of non-thinkers who refuse to be real, push lies that ain't true. Some of y'all are mad too. Short fuse, guess you in need of love. Think of how you influence and who you are the leaders of. The new school of thought is rappers are cool with being bored. Children emulate what they see, low values being taught. In music, it's not confusing. We not losing, we lost. Boys needing to be raised by men at any cost. Many tossed away their future for life in the urban jungle. Brothers prey on brothers, father, mother, auntie, uncle, murder like this life is common. Since we ain't got no problem with the volume of what's being blasted into our psyche. Now's the time to let the level spike. Leonardo was a mic T. Fending real rap, nobody's like me. Greatest of all time, who knows? Maybe I might be G. Knock out whoever wanna lyrically fight me. Standing up is imperative. Movement like BLM and imminent danger of changing the narrative. Know that we will win. Woke like eyes dilated. People's in lockstep. We the champions when the season ends. Let's play a game. Find an MC. Search for the name. Yeah. Let's play a game. Find an MC. Search for the name. Yo, let's play a game, find an MC, search for the name. Yeah, let's play a game, find an MC, search for the name.
A little bit different than the first one.
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit different than the first one. Did you change any of the lyrics for this one, Phil?
I basically did not because it was just too difficult to try to.
That's
the whole
that's what I
original
thought.
concept of it.
Yeah.
To try to change that one would have been too much, but I did sneak another little rapper name in there. Snuck another one in there.
Little tidbit.
I won't give it away, but I snuck another one in there.
That's the bonus one. That's the bonus.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Right. Yeah, but that track is also another one that's really like just banging and like really the rock sound really like dove into the rock sound on that one. I love that.
The breakdown, MROK. I'm not gonna sample snitch on you, but it's pretty,
The name's Bond, James Bond.
Yeah, it definitely took me by surprise. I was like, oh,
yeah.
But the hook is the music on the chorus. The hook part is really dope.
Really dope. Really dope. I thank you for that too, since I didn't really have a hook for the song.
Right.
You know what I mean? To come up with something that grabs you and has that hook feel to it. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's great work.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that was, once again, kind of like inspired from my dad listening to doo-wop. So I'm like, that's perfect for this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just worked out really well. But yeah, I like that one too.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm not. That was tough because every time I've listened to this album all the way through, when I listen to the original, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the version I like. I like this one better. But then I hear the remix, and I'm like, oh no, wait, maybe it's this one that I like better. Like,
you're not really sure, right? That's how it was for me too.
It's a toss up, So yeah, I got you.
I think I was pitching you the album this way, C-Doc. Like, there used to be Twix commercials. I don't know if you guys remember these. Yeah. There was the factory that did the caramel Twix, and then there was the one that did the peanut butter Twix, and you put them together, and people were like, which one is better, right? But they're both still Twix at the end of the day. So
yes,
that's kind of how this album is if it was a candy bar. I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
I'm just going to be quiet.
You're going to like it either way.
Yeah,
yes.
This exactly. one or that one. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Now we got the What Goes On remix of Enemy.
All right, yeah. All right, come on, yeah. Lock your car doors, clutch your purses. It's the person you see as the worst, and I guess I'm the one that Karen's cursing. I'm the one who got that look like I know he did something. I'm the one they saying I didn't do nothing. I'm the enemy, menace to society. Rolling down the street, the police be keeping their eye on me. They could just kill a man and say he was defying me when I was trying to be as agreeable as I could be. 24/7 under scrutiny. It could be a black or brown or white hand shooting me. Some would be so happy not to see me no more. The crosshair still on me like the PE logo. Yo. Something missing, it must have been him that did it. He'll deny it, won't admit it. We gonna get him convicted off the streets into the system. Most wanted is where we list them. Looking at me with that energy, yeah, like I'm the enemy. I am the enemy. Yo. Let me try an insurrection, go run all up in the Capitol. My black ass getting hit with all kinds of bullets and shrapnel. You know the scales of justice, they rarely tip in my favor. My offenses may be minor, get sentenced like they were major. Lock you in a cell and cage ya. Profit to raise amazing graces, needing not to pull out a gauge and unleash with lethal force with a force. If I do that, then I'm the villain. Never mind the centuries that we've been the victims of killing. Soon as we riot, we label violent, but it seems like the issues aren't addressed when we stay silent. The people are treated like ants under the feet of giants. Therein lies the reason why we always seem defiant. Yeah, no justice, no peace again. Gun down in the street, but up police again. Ain't no telling when it all will cease to end. You see me as your enemy when you can see your friend. Tell the truth and don't pretend. You know I am the enemy. I am the enemy. I am the enemy.
That joint sounds like trouble.
Good trouble.
Yeah.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, another monster remix by MROK where he just did his thing again, man. Just good shit.
And took it in a totally different direction. Well, not a totally different direction because that West Coast bounce is still in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I wanted to preserve that, but you know, like the first version of Enemy, we just like it was like right on the nose, right? We're obviously paying homage to Public Enemy, you know, and it sounds, you know, like we are. This, I'm like, I want the song to sound different and not like that, and so I went Pulp Fiction with it.
Yeah. Yes, totally Pulp Fiction with it. Exactly.
I think one of the more powerful lines in the song is the very last one, Phil, where you say, you see an enemy where you could see a friend. Don't pretend I am the enemy. And I think that's great because like a lot of people are just like, I think when they think of like racism and stuff, they think of in your face racism, but there's so much behind the scenes, subtle, behind the back kind of stuff. People are nice to your face, but they feel a different way. Like when you leave the room or whatever. And I'm like, I'm so glad you nailed that all in like one line. So really powerful, man.
Yeah, I mean, my whole meaning is that, all right, well, man, I don't have to be the enemy. Why am I the enemy? I don't have to be the enemy. I mean, we can be friends. Why can't we be, you know, like the old war song, why can't we be friends? You know? Why can't we just get along, Rodney King? I mean, you know, it's, you know, it doesn't have to be the way it is, but it is. So, you know, because it is, we have to speak on it. And that's just how it goes. No, a lot of times people don't want to hear all that kind of stuff, but it's real. So it has to be spoken on. So. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
By the way, shout out to everybody who's still with us and leaving comments. Like we appreciate all you guys. We love all you guys, and thank you for the positive words. We're glad you're enjoying the music.
I actually wanted to respond to some of the people. I see some of the comments on my computer screen here. So shout out to everybody. I can't get to each one of you individually, but thank you for showing up. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
And thank you to everybody that has already copped the album. I know some people have, and it'll be on the way. Real quick, this is a good time to do it. So we're trying out a new system for the vinyl. It's actually vinyl on demand, and I know that when you say that, it sounds like, oh well, I don't know about that, but it's not a lathe cut. Okay, and I wouldn't have brought this to SpitSLAM if I didn't believe in it, because I already got a test run of another album of a different record that we're going to be putting out in a couple weeks. And let me tell you that not only was I floored by the presentation because the packaging was as top notch as it gets, but I took an album that we had pressed before, through traditional means. And I used that as my bass line. So I set up my stereo so that it would sound good, playing a record. And I played that other record. I think it was actually not Tower of Babylon, but another Nordic One album, I believe.
Yeah.
So that was my bass line. And then I put the vinyl on demand record on through Elastic Stage. They're out of the UK. Let me tell you, I couldn't tell the difference. Could not tell the difference. And I listened to the entire record and was just floored that the quality was there. The presentation, the quality, everything is there. And so I presented it to Phill when I got to see him in Philadelphia and said, hey, we should at least try it. And I think mine's on order as well. I got to wait like everybody else to get a copy. So mine's on order as well. It'll be here, and it'll take a minute because again, they're making these one at a time. Their process is super top secret. They don't tell you how they do it, but I guess they spent a lot of money. I got to talk to the people, and all they would tell me is, yes, the owners of the company spent millions of dollars trying to get this right, but they eventually figured it out, and now they offer this service. And so I think going forward here, it's a great situation because we'll be able to start offering more titles on vinyl for those people that want it, and we won't have to come out of pocket up front as a label, because as you guys may know, we're a very small label, a boutique label. It's a labor of love, most. And yes, I do wish we had the big budgets and everyone's making gazillions of dollars, like Rick Ross and them. But that's the reality. But that's all right. We're gonna keep doing what we do because we love to do it. That's why we do it. And we appreciate all the support. So when anybody that pre-ordered the vinyl, when you get it, let me know what you think. And because like I said, I was really floored by it. Can't wait to hear the I'm record when I get it. My CD's on the way too. So, I'll be posting up pictures and promoting it. Digitally, the album drops tonight at midnight, East Coast time, I guess. And we're going to take it out with the last track on volume 2 is a little outro joint called Bring It On.
Phill Most Everybody, let's go! Go! MROK. Everybody, let's go! SpitSLAM. Everybody, let's go!
A perfect outro with a nice little throwback to where this all started on the Tower of Babylon album.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of end it with a bang, a little bit of high energy just to kind of make sure you're awake.
There you go.
Right.
Get you amped up on the way out the door. That's
right. Exactly. I've got cuts sprinkled throughout both volumes, but that kind of let me open up a little bit, and it was fun. I'm no mix master Mike or anything, but I tried to get nice with it. So that
you did. You do your thing, bro. Yeah.
Thank you.
You definitely did your thing. Yeah, that's a banger for sure. Like I told you, I didn't want any of the other songs to follow that. It was so high energy and so strong. I was like, man, you don't make the other songs look bad with just the with the one track. So that's definitely some hot stuff, man.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep, I appreciate the direct. Yeah, I mean, because when no lie, when I think of Tower of Babylon, that, you know, Phill sets it off like that, you know, and that's like, so when I think of that record, that's one of the first things I think of is everybody, let's go, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm glad that you put that back in there as a nice reference back to that record.
Yeah, it really impacted me too, and like that was in my head as well, C-Doc, and I'm like, oh, that might be kind of cool to like close the loop, you know what I mean? So yeah. So thank you, Phill. We got double duty out of those lyrics.
Hey, thank you guys both for putting me down on Tower of Babylon so I could be on record with so many great, you know, MCs who I always loved for so long, and then for it to take me to yeah, man, it's just it's been a fantastic journey, man. I appreciate both of you guys.
Oh man, back at you, man. Thank you so much. Like, dude, since the devastating 2 days, obviously I've been like, I've been a fan, man.
What's up?
Yeah. So this was like a dream project for me. So I really appreciate you, man, and I'm really proud of it, and I hope people like it. So
yeah, super dope. Any last words about the record, gents? Anything you want to shout out or mention?
Buy it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
it's you know, like I said, it's a labor of love, but it's definitely love throughout the record. Just love of the music, and working with these guys has been a fantastic experience. So I hope you guys, whoever does purchase it, I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, even an iota as much as I do. And yeah, man, hope everybody likes it.
Yeah. And the only last thing I got to say is if anybody wants to get it on Bandcamp, Phill has the vocal versions of the songs.
Right.
And I've got the instrumental versions of the songs on my Bandcamp. So if you want to hear the songs as you heard them tonight, hit Phill. If you're a beat junkie, hit me. If you like both, go to both.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah.
Go to both, because you need those instrumentals for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just to let people know, so on the vinyl and the CD are all the vocal versions. You know, the vinyl obviously is split into two sides, volume 1 on the first side, volume 2 on the second. The CD runs volume 1 first, volume 2. The digital releases are actually they go up on streaming, are actually two separate releases coming out at the same time, but they include the vocal versions and the instrumentals for each volume. So that's how we put it out. Or like it, you know, like they said, you could go get it. Did you guys, is it live on Bandcamp now? I didn't look.
I put mine up. Yeah.
Okay.
Live now.
It's live now. So
It's
if you
live
guys want it, an hour ahead of time, you can go get it now on Bandcamp if you want. So, and the, you know, of course the funds go directly to these guys. So, so there's that too. But yes, midnight record comes out officially, and or you can go Bandcamp right now, or order the CD, order wax right now. You can go do that, and those will ship shortly. MROK, Phill, thank you so much for joining me tonight, and thank you. Yes, thank you everybody joining us in the.
It's all mine.
Oh yes, of course. Thanks for everybody watching live. Tune in tomorrow night here at Channel 0, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be back with the squad and for another episode of It's C-Doc again. And yeah, we will carry on with more hip hop goodness. So thanks everybody. And I'm not going to play. Oh, wait, damn it. I'm not going to play the outro. Okay. We're just going to end it as we're talking. So everybody take care.